Let's get into some mess, Elliot. Let's get into some mess, man. More DC stuff, man. What the hell is wrong with your boy? He throwing. This is funny, but it's not funny. I'm being honest. It's funny, but it's not funny. Your boy is throwing chairs again. All right, guys, we have the fifth topic of the day coming from comicbook.com. The Flash star Ezra Miller reportedly arrested again in Hawaii. I don't know if it's him or Hawaii, but he needs to do something. The Flash and Fantastic Beasts, Ezra Miller has been arrested for a second time outside Hawaii, just hours before their scheduled court appearance regarding disorderly conduct and harassment charges. The news is broken in a report from Hawaii News Now, which claims that the actor was arrested on early Tuesday morning on Hawaii Island, according to KITV. Miller was arrested on charges of second-degree assault, although it's unclear at the time of this reporting what led to the charges. But we do have an update. Miller is best known for portraying Barry Allen in The Flash, and y'all know all of his filmography. Last month, Miller was involved in an incident in Hawaii with disorderly conduct. There was a temporary restraining order filed against him, but then again, it was they dropped the restraining order. I don't know why, but I don't want to read this. This is just what happened last time. But maybe I should have. I thought this had the update on it, but. If you've been following the story, in Hawaii, he met a couple. They were having some sleepover. He threatened a couple, stole all their belongings. They filed a restraining order on the man. Y'all know a couple of years ago, he choked a woman on camera. And this is his third or fourth altercation right here, to where he was at a friend's gathering or a get-together, a kickback.
Yeah.
Got this, was doing some disorderly conduct again and end up throwing a chair and hitting a girl or woman I think she was 23 years old, hitting her in the face, causing a deep cut on her face or on her head. And I don't know at this point in time if he intentionally launched it at her or if he just was throwing a chair and hit her on accident. Right. Either one is trash. Yeah. And he needs to put a lid on it. But Elliot, man, what do you make of this? Does he have a mental condition? And I'm not being funny. Does he need help, or is he just whining because for whatever reason? I mean, what is it at all? Let us know what you think, man, because I'm curious.
Yeah, man, there's a lot to dive into with this whole situation. One, I don't even know why he's still in Hawaii at this point. I don't even know why Hawaii hasn't just kicked him out just for the foolery that's been going on. But I mean, in all seriousness, there's obviously something you mentioned, mental aspect or drug abuse or something's going on there, man. And I don't know if he has the proper management team, family relationship, close friends, but someone needs to get this man out of Hawaii and get him checked into some type of facility to get him the help he needs right now, because there's obviously something going on. Whether that's him, maybe he knows more than obviously we know in regards to behind the scenes. Maybe he's in Hawaii because he was going to maybe check into rehab and, try to keep it under the wraps. And obviously he can't because all this stuff has gotten out with these crazy stuff he's been doing. Or maybe, I don't know, man, maybe Warner Brothers already gave him that call and said that we're going to move on from Ezra Miller and The Flash and DC projects. And maybe he's just wilding out like, you know what, I don't care. I lost my opportunity to be, who I want to be in Hollywood. And maybe this is just the ramifications of those news. I can't tell you, man. I just know that right now he needs to be in a facility. He needs to take take some action, and his accountability needs to be had. And also Warner Brothers at this point, it's a new regime in the mix, but the whole under hush, no words being mentioned by Warner Brothers. The only time they mentioned something, which we talked about a couple weeks ago, was like they addressed like the rumors that they was like an emergency meeting. Like they addressed that. Like they wanted to make sure the media know, oh no, we didn't call a meeting, but they can't address one of their bigger bigger actors on their roster is doing all this crazy stuff. So I don't know, man. I'm very baffled by this situation, especially the way they handled the Johnny Depp situation, the non-handling of the Amber Heard situation, how they handled Ray Fisher's situation, Joss Whedon's situation, Zack Snyder. I mean, it's just baffling across the board, man. Think about it. Yeah, it's a proven history of just DC and Warner Brothers, I should say, not DC, but Warner Brothers just not knowing exactly how to handle these situations. But to be fair, I mean, they shouldn't have to be responsible for their actors. He is a human being that should be able to take accountability of his own, but obviously he can't. So, I mean, someone has to intervene, man. I don't know who is going to be at this point. It's clearly not the police force in Hawaii. And I don't know why anyone in Hawaii wants to even be around him at this point, but I just hope he gets his help, man. But I don't know, Brandon, man. What's your thoughts on all this craziness, man? Is he ran his luck?
I mean, I want to try to sympathize with the guy. You know, I mean, if somebody going through something, man, they need help. You know, I don't know this man, but I'm not, you know, if he needs help, he needs help. But at the same time, I'm not just going to excuse his behavior either. He bullshitting. I'm just frustrated, him and the studio. Like, how, I don't understand. How can you just choke somebody on camera and let alone still get a job? You know, and then you have who gets restraining orders put on them, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a common thing. It's not a traffic ticket. That just means like you and that's just bizarre. And like, you're throwing a chair. Who throws chairs? That's stuff we see in the Boondocks or on Family Guy or excuse my French, or South Park.
Yeah.
You throwing chairs and the studio ain't said nothing. I don't know what they're gonna do with the movie, bro. Should they release the movie? Like, what do you do?
What
do you release the movie, bro? You can't have no press junket, no press tour.
Not at all.
You can't. You know, because if I make it in there, I'm gonna say something.
Listen, man. So Hawaii. You ever been there, Ezra? I don't know,
Elliot,
man.
What do you do with the movie, man?
So the movie, as we know, a couple months ago, they announced that they're pushing back. Black Adam got pushed back to October. Aquaman's coming out in March. And then Flash was the one that got pushed all the way back. I mean, we're talking more than a year. It's coming out June 20th or something of next year, which, I mean, I know at first when the news came out about replacing him or digitally replacing him, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Number one, that sounds like a headache in itself, you know, just from a financial standpoint. But
out of bread.
I mean, do you shelf? I don't think you shelf a film that's over $250 million. And I don't know if the whole digital replacing him, you know, I know people bring up the young lady that replaced the gentleman in the Zack Snyder film, Army of the Dead, but that was a supporting character that had, you know, a handful of scenes. This is your lead actor. So I think that's, and another reason why I think they pushed it back to June is they, you know, this whole sweep it on the rug by next June. I mean, who knows what's going to happen by then by other celebrity, you know, obviously, not to be funny, but, you know, Will Smith situation took, you know, the headlines for weeks. You know, Kanye West does something for crazy for weeks. Some other celebrity gets caught doing this, that, and the third. So I don't know if their whole idea is like, let's push it back an entire year and maybe by next June, you know, maybe not that we will forget, but maybe people he won't be as a hot topic as he is now. But listen, man, I have no idea if I'm the Warner Brothers execs. If I feel bad for the people that's involved in the film, Andy Muschietti and the other actors that are involved, that they just like looking at themselves like, man, this is just really hurting their film. Because at the end of the day, even if they keep him as the actor, there's going to be people that's not going to watch the film because he's in it. So it hurts the box office. It hurts the other people involved. So it's a tough call, man. Yeah,
I was just going to say this. ER's grandpa, hopefully Discovery will handle this differently.
Hopefully.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I was going to say throw it on HBO Max or their new thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. This is crazy. So again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, the link to this article is in the description box of the video. So please let us know what you think as well. This man cannot be throwing chairs at people and there be no consequence. And what do you think the studio should, I don't know, if you was in charge of a $250 million production, what would you do? Because we honestly have no freaking idea over here. No freaking idea. So again, let us know what you think down below. But let's go ahead and move over to the sixth topic of the day.